Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Steins Gate Zero, Episode 3. So yeah, it's been a couple weeks, but we're back with Steins Gate Zero reactions, and let me explain. If you didn't hear, I guess, last time, the reason I was stopping Steins Gate Zero reactions for the time being was because the dub had been starting to get released. And while the original Japanese voicing for Steins Gate is good, I vastly prefer the dub. Like, vastly. J. Michael Tatum as Okabe. You have Tyson Reinhardt as Daru, and so on and so forth. Monica Rial is one of the new characters in this. So yeah, it's just I wanted to, when I heard that the dub was starting to air, and I didn't even know it was coming before that. It's just like, I see it's like, oh, episode 1 of the dub is out. It's like, wait, what? When did that happen? I didn't even know that was coming so soon. I mean, after how long it took to get the movie dubbed, I didn't think we were going to have a dub for Zero for, I don't know, at least a year or two. But no, we got it really quickly, and I'm super happy about that. Super excited about that. So I'm really excited to continue this in the dub. Now I have watched the first 2 episodes again, as in the dubbed versions, so I am still like caught up with what's going on and stuff. It's not like it hasn't actually been weeks since I've last watched it. I think I watched the episode 2 of the dub like a few days back or so, like maybe at the end of last week. But I have caught up, so I'm completely caught up still. I know what happened. We had Okabe receive Amadeus. He received a portable version of Amadeus on his phone, specifically hosting the likeness of Makise Kurisu. And so now he's like, yeah, it's gonna be hard for him going forward because of how much he deeply cares for Kurisu. And being able to see her likeness whenever he wants. It's probably going to be good for him, though, to get closure as well. I don't know where this episode's going to go. I know nothing about it going into it. So we're just going to find out. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you at the reaction. Okay, we are back, and we will begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Well, yeah, this episode was really good. So mostly centered around Okabe and Amadeus Kurisu, I'm gonna say. Kind of their connection growing, which, as we see at the end of the episode, is not really the best thing for Okabe. He's kind of growing this connection with her as if she's real, as if it's the real Kurisu. But we see at the end, Maho, I think that's the name, right? Either way, she has to remind him that it's not real. It's not actually Kurisu. That Kurisu is dead. She was murdered. And because of this, it's I don't know. It seemed to like trigger something in him that made him just completely break down. But yeah, the episode as a whole seemed to be about that, about him and the Amadeus Kurisu, like, connecting. He's no longer, like, as shocked and surprised by her as he was in, like, last episode. Instead, he comes across as more of, like, just having these almost natural conversations. He acknowledges throughout the episode that she is fake, that it's not really her. But at the same time, it's because of how close she is to the real Kurisu. Because of how uncanny it is, it still gets to him. It still bothers him, you could say. We also had this Christmas party where our main cast got together, and also some side characters and all. And there's just a lot of fun shenanigans happening there, but that part at the end when Mayuri overheard the conversation going on with Okabe and Amadeus Kurisu. Earlier in the episode, it had played with the idea that maybe she did have feelings for him. When her friend, like, talked about, oh, isn't Okabe your boyfriend? And she's like, no, we don't like each other like that. We've just been best friends since childhood. Like brother and sister. And it's like, the way she said it kind of hinted that maybe, yes, she did have feelings for him. And I honestly would not be surprised. It honestly fits that she would. I could completely believe it. While I don't think it was ever stated in the original Steins Gate or the movie, it's definitely believable that she'd still have feelings for him. That she just would in general. Yeah, I just completely believe it. And as I mentioned during the reaction, I actually ship it. I actually think they would make a much better couple than Okabe and Kurisu would. Personally. Not that Okabe and Kurisu are, like, absolutely terrible as a couple. It's just, I prefer him with Mayuri. I always have, and I probably always will. I accept that in canon he loves Kurisu. I accept that. It's just, yeah. Either way. The fact that her reaction after overhearing it, she ran away. It didn't, like, show her face much or anything, so it wasn't clear if maybe she was crying or whatnot. But the way she was running away kind of implied that something was off. That something about that affected her. So I definitely have a feeling that she does like him. And the idea of him liking someone else is upsetting to her. Not because she doesn't believe he could like anyone else, but more so that she's afraid that her feelings will never be reciprocated. And we've seen this kind of thing in many other shows, many other anime, games, live action series, even cartoons to some degree. It's nothing new. Not at all, but it was still executed well here. The characters were all great. The voice acting as great as ever. I like the little bit we had of Suzuha attacking her mother, which was extremely awkward. Delightfully so, though. I love that joke though with the one scientist guy. I don't know his name, but he's like, oh, especially that one over there. She's like right cute or right sexy or something like that in her like black Santa outfit, and Okabe's like, that's a guy. And just that moment of silence before you hear the ding of the timer, it's just like, it was perfect comedic timing. Just seeing that moment of silence with that almost completely still frame of just the guy looking like with this just completely empty look towards Ruka still. It's just, that is great. See, that's good humor there. The timing on it, timing is everything in comedy. That's like common knowledge, pretty much. Timing is everything, and the timing was excellent. Just the concept of the joke is funny too. And I mean, I've heard people like complain about Ruka and about the entire way that his character is kind of made into a joke about how it's like, oh, he's a guy, but he looks like a girl, and everyone mistakes him for a girl because he has effeminate features and whatnot, and wears effeminate clothing. And it's like, a lot of people I know have actually complained about that, saying that it's like transphobic and stuff, but I've never seen it that way. I've never seen it that way. While the idea of transgenderism has come up with Ruka, considering the fact that in one of the realities in the original series, I believe, one of the world lines, he actually did become a girl in one of those. Plus, I don't think it was ever in this show, but I think I heard that it was in the light novel, or visual novel rather, that Ruka actually does have a like crush on Okabe, um, which would explain his reaction in the first episode to the idea of just Okabe going on a date or whatnot. Um, but yeah, just the comedic thing about it, it just, it's funny. It's simple and funny. There's nothing super offensive about it at all. They're not trying to like make this joke about transgendered people. No. It's just a fun little gag. Ruka's more of like the standard trap, and by the way, trap is not derogatory or any anti-trans kind of thing. It's not in any way. I hate it when people say that. A trap is simply a character who looks like the opposite gender, sometimes dresses or acts like it, but still identifies fully as their normal gender. Ruka identifies as male. While it's been said that he wouldn't mind being a female and that he'd actually kind of like it, just that's more because of the way that people always assume and everything, and he still identifies as male. That's the point there. And even if he dresses in more effeminate clothing, even if he tends to look more effeminate, that just makes him a trap. Trap and transgender people are not the same thing, okay? So I don't get why people say that's offensive. It just never made sense to me. But yeah, this episode was good. It was very good. I don't know if I'd say it was better than the last two. It was definitely more just casually entertaining, you could say. And it's definitely building to something big, especially with that ending, of course. Though everything in the first 3 episodes have been building to big stuff, but you know what I mean. It's definitely foreshadowing stuff, let's put it that way. But in terms of just how it was presented, it was definitely a lot more casually fun than the first 2. The first one was actually kind of depressing. The second one was kind of a mix of depressiveness and hope. And this one is kind of more of the just lighthearted fun. So it's like 3 different kinds of episodes, but they're all still very clearly the same show. Like, even though the like theming and just everything, the feeling of them all, and just how they present themselves are different, they're still the same show, and it makes it very clear that it's the same show. The tone shift, you could say, is not too jarring to where it feels unnatural. It's very natural in its progression. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments below, though, what you thought of Steins Gate Zero Episode 3. And do you like that I have chosen to wait for the dub or not? Do you prefer the dub, or do you prefer the original Japanese voices? Let me know in the comments below, and thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie Royal, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come through many obstacles, shed tears